Horoscope for Aries, Wednesday, 6 May 2026. Welcome to CosmologicaLab. You feel that pressure in the air, Aries, as if the cosmos were adjusting the pieces of a puzzle you still don't understand. Today, the universe invites you to look inward, to seek that silence that you find so hard to find in the midst of all the noises of ambition and action. The noise of the world seems far away today, and it's no coincidence. There is a subtle invitation, almost a whisper, that asks you to stop running for a moment to start observing what happens under the surface of your own thoughts. You may feel that time has become dense, as if walking down the street is now an introspection exercise. It's not that the world has stopped, it's that you need it to stop so you can listen. There is a truth that you have been ignoring, a small discordant note in your daily melody that can only be heard if you allow yourself this spiritual retreat, if only a few minutes, in the sanctuary of your own mind. Don't rush to heal anything, Aries. Today, just give yourself permission to feel. That need for introspection manifests itself with an almost electrical force in your own presence. When you wake up, you might feel your body with a strange duality. On the one hand, a vitality that pushes you to move, like an engine that doesn't know how to turn off, but on the other, a feeling of weight, as if you were wearing too heavy armor on your shoulders. It is the energy of Mars and Saturn operating in your center, giving you an indomitable force, but demanding, at the same time, an iron discipline. It's like you're a warrior who, after a battle, is forced to clean his sword and check every crack in his shield. You could experience a moment of confusion, a kind of fog that wraps your senses, where you're not sure if you want to move on with everything or just stay still. Don't be afraid. It's Neptune inviting you to not only be brute, but also intuitive. You may discover yourself looking into the void during a coffee, losing yourself in your own thoughts, and that feeling of not knowing where you are is, in fact, the space needed for a new version of you to emerge. Taking this energy to the field of your resources and your sustenance, the panorama becomes fascinating dynamic mind. You could get a notification on your mobile, a message from your bank, or an email from a customer that brings you unexpected news about your finances. With the Sun, Mercury, and Uranus activating your area of values, the possibility of a sudden change in your revenue flow is real. Maybe it's a brilliant idea that comes up as you review your expenses and realize that you can optimize something. Or maybe it's a little computer error that forces you to rethink how you manage your savings. However, not everything is external movement. The moon in your area of profession makes you very visible to others. If you are in a virtual meeting, you will notice that your words have a different weight, that people look at you with attention that is not always comfortable. But be careful, because the shadow of Scorpio in your shared resources warns you that it is not time to be reckless about debts or commitments to third parties. There is a latent tension between the desire to expand your heritage and the need to protect what is yours. It's like you're negotiating an important contract in your mind, weighing every word, looking for the safety that the moon in your career demands of you. If we look now towards your everyday well-being, today's key lies in the structure. Your body is sending you very clear signals, almost as a reminder that you cannot ignore the maintenance of your own machinery. With Virgo's energy present in your ratification, your mind will desperately seek order. You might feel the imperative need to organize that kitchen drawer that has been ignored for months, or to clean your inbox from accumulated emails. That discipline that Saturn imposes on you in your vitality asks you to set limits. It is not just about eating well, but about creating a self-care ritual that is unnegotiable. Perhaps it is the simple act of preparing a nutritious dinner, focusing on the aroma of spices and the texture of food as a form of active meditation. But beware of the excess of demand. The energy of Mars could lead to unnecessary exhaustion if you try to do too much on a day that asks you, precisely, calm. Learning to say no to an extra task today is the biggest health act you can do today. If we go into the garden of your affections, the landscape is deep and transformative. There is an emotional expansion that is born from your roots. Jupiter in your home gives you a feeling of warmth, like the embrace of a relative or the peace of being in a space that you truly feel yours. You could feel an urge to decorate a corner of your home or simply enjoy the silence of your home. However, in the field of social ties, Pluto's energy in your friendships asks for a deep cleansing. You may notice that certain groups or acquaintances no longer vibrate at your same frequency. In the realm of romance and creativity, Leo's spark is on. There is a desire to be seen, to express your brightness, but Libra's presence in your partner relationships demands balance. You could have a deep conversation with someone special, one of those who comes up with a coffee in between and who, even though they start with a laugh, end up playing very intimate fibers. Do not be afraid of intensity. The transformation you seek in your closest bonds is necessary for your heart to continue to grow. If we now explore the universe of your ideas and your spiritual growth, you are at a time of great intellectual wealth. Venus in your area of communication gives you a sweet word, an ability to say what you feel with an elegance that captivates you. You could get a text message that leaves you a lasting smile, or find the perfect phrase in a book that resonates with your current situation. But there's something deeper going on. With the influence of Sagittarius on your horizons and the energy of Pisces on your unconscious, your mind is navigating between logical wisdom and purest intuition. You could have an epiphany as you walk through a park, or even in a moment of utter loneliness. It's like a light bulb lights up in the darkness of your mind, giving you a new perspective on your long-term goals. Don't ignore those vivid dreams or those ideas that seem to come from elsewhere. They're the compass you need to navigate the intensity of the day. If you feel today that you need to do a ritual to channel all this mixture of tension and reflection, I propose one of alchemy of tension to release what no longer serves you. Find a small piece of paper and a pen. In a moment of calm, write briefly what has been irritating or worrying you during these last days. Do not repress yourself, let frustration flow into the paper. Once you're done, visualize how that charge comes out of you. Break the paper into very small pieces, almost as if you were undoing a knot, and place them in the trash of your house, thanking that energy is removed from your living space. Finally, wash your hands with cold water and a little soap, imagining that the water drags any residue of that irritation, leaving your soul clean and light. To accompany the energy of this day, where depth and transformation are the protagonists, I propose the burgundy color or a dark garnet tone. This color, linked to Pluto's intensity, will help you embrace transformation without fear, giving you the strength to navigate changes with dignity and power. You don't need to buy anything new. If you have a detail in your clothes, an accessory, or even if you can wear a mobile cover of this tone, it will be a visual anchor for your own resilience. Remember that the most important thing is not the object itself, but the intention you place in it. Today, you will discover that the true strength lies not in the absence of storms, but in your ability to keep calm in the midst of them. Trust your process, because every shadow you go through is preparing you for a much brighter light. Have a nice day, dear Aries. Subscribe to CosmologicaLab so you don't miss the next video. Give it a like if it resonated with you, and let us know in the comments what you thought. See you in the next video.